Hello, everyone. We're here in Orlando, Florida at the Gartner Symposium. I'm here with Stacey Shulman, the Chief Innovation Officer of Intel. Welcome, Stacey.
Thank you. And just to clarify, it's not for all of Intel, although I'd like that promotion. It is for the Internet of Things group, focusing on retail, hospitality, banking, and education.
Great. And actually, you took the question out of my mouth. What is the role of a Chief Innovation Officer? Give us a day in the life of a Chief Innovation Officer within the industry you're focusing on.
Yeah, so my focus is on incubating emerging technology and finding the obstacles for those technologies and looking for ways to pull forward the adoption of those technologies into industry. Probably a better way of saying it is to normalize emerging technology into various industries.
Got it. Sounds to me like you're working on the next version of Intel, at least as it relates to the particular industry I mentioned.
Yeah, again, I love that you're giving me so much credit, but my role is to take what is historically been the Intel playbook, which is how do we create experiences to drive demand for compute and data processing. And so what I'm doing is taking that playbook and looking at new pathways to apply it to.
Got it. Thank you. And we just wrapped up a panel discussion, and you had one of your customers there, and what is referred to as the first digital hotels. Give us a sense to what was Intel's role in that, and what sort of technology, and if somebody's watching this, how can they start with something along those lines?
Yeah, wow. This project is something else. So what he did is he created a fully digital hotel, power and all. This is somebody who intends to power refrigerators with a PoE, and so and
it's powered over Ethernet, right?
Ethernet, yeah. And so every single thing that requires power has an internet address and is individually addressable. And with that, you can then take analytics and make the entire hotel experience intelligent and responsive to the consumer and to the staff of the hotel. And so Intel's role in that, I would say, is the role that we do really well, which is we're the catalyst that pulls everybody together, and we have deep relationships with everyone across the industry, and we've got a great reputation of creating a robust ecosystem.
Got it. So the trusted advisor within this project?
That's right, trusted advisor and neutral advisor. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So as I think we've learned, it was Cisco, it was SaaS offering, and everything was to basically enhance the guest experience. And any sort of metrics, any sort of numbers that you can we can measure, or how they did increase the guest experience by what?
Yeah, I would have to let Farouk give you those numbers instead of myself. But I would say it's not just the guest experience. So the guest experience is part of it, but it's really about the holistic operations of the hotel and a lot about sustainability. And so as we were seeing Farouk speak on stage today, he went right into the sustainability angle, and you can see that that's where he was really passionate about. Of course, he's also passionate about the guest experience, but I want to make sure we're not losing that sustainability message as well.
Right, and we're talking about the Farouk, the CEO of the Sinclair Holding, the owner and operator of a Marriott Autograph property in Fort Worth.
Yep.
Any sort of futuristic views, if you will, that we should expect out of Intel in the hospitality industry?
Yeah, so we're focused a lot in bringing these types of experiences into hospitality and really trying to set a new standard in the industry with partners like this and telling their stories. So people who are taking their hotel to a level that is beyond just talking about the digital transformation, but really living it and putting in the foundational framework that you need to be able to sense and react to the data that you have. And so Intel, as we get more involved in this space, where I see is we want to make these technologies more accessible to everybody. We don't think that it should just be a couple hotel chains and the big guys that have access to great technology. We think that everyone should have access to great technology. So what I do see is more companies having access to this type of technology, and it providing a much richer experience for the guest.
Got it. As one of my former coworker Lawrence would say, is that the digital business that think, they sense, and then they act on that data. It sounds like Intel is got an end-to-end portfolio around that digital transformation. So stay tuned as we follow the story of Intel and many others.